everybody, welcome to day 189 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full-time reseller supporting her family. It is Saturday, December 14th, 2024, and we met our sales goal today. Yes, awesome. Those Listapalooza items are selling. Yes, I can't believe how many things that I picked up and listed last weekend and listed this week have already sold. It's kind of surprising, but in a good way. Yeah. All right. So I am reset to zero and happy to check that little box in my intention journal. And I super reset to zero. All the stuff behind me is cleared off the table, put away in inventory. And I'm pretty proud of that. Yes. All right. So joining me on this challenge are Jill of Rusty Truck Relics, Jason the Santee Swapper, Char Fabulous Flamingos, Kathy Singz, Nick Mr. C Chats, Vanessa the Diabetic Reseller, Brightest Holidays, Judith R, Pam of Whimsy and Such, Carmen of Northern Bargains, Becky of Becky Consigns, and Lee of Lee Phillips 4191. Yes, I wonder if you guys made a big of a mess as I did during this Listapalooza, this final day, and had to spend a little extra time resetting to zero. Did you? All right, guys. I know some of you are still actually working. It's late here. All today I had in my mind that I wanted to talk about commitment and what it means and why it's important that we keep commitments to ourselves. So I had committed to do 100 listings this week for the Listapalooza and put that out there. And I did that early in the week. So then I was like, all right, well, maybe I'm going to get to 200 listings. And so I was thinking about that because I still had 40 to go this morning when I started working, or this afternoon when I started working. I still had 40 to go, which is a lot for me to do in a day. But I thought, you know what am I going to feel like if I told myself I was going to do that and I don't do it? Because, there's every excuse not to do it today, or to quit halfway and all of that. And it got me thinking about when we make that commitment to ourselves, what it actually costs if we don't keep that commitment. It definitely, lowers our self-confidence in the ability to complete a task. The next time we make a commitment, we're probably, kind of wishy-washy about it. It erodes that confidence. If we say we're going to do something and we don't do it, whatever it looks like to the outside world, who cares? That's just a drop in the bucket. Yes, you want to keep your commitments to other people, and that's really important. But the most important one we keep is to ourselves. If we say we're going to do something, because the unintended consequences of not keeping that commitment can snowball. Oh, I'm not somebody who ever finishes that. I don't, it's not a big deal. Well, if you tell yourself you're going to do something, it kind of is a big deal, right? I don't know. Anybody with me on this train? I guess I'm pretty good at keeping commitments. Like usually when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And that's that. And people can usually count on me to do what I say I'm going to do and finish it. And I always thought that was the important part of commitment. But I think it is more internal than that. And what it does to ourselves when we say we're going to do something and we don't follow through. Yes, there may be consequences to the outside world. It may, if we don't follow through, people may be disappointed. But the most damaging thing of that is what we do, what it does internally, what it does to ourselves if we don't hit our goal. That over time just wears and wears like water on a stone, right? All right, so those are my thoughts for today. I did have a little bit of this is why it was so difficult to keep the commitment. My dog has been sick, and about 7:30, 8 p.m., I was like, he's not going to make it. He's just suffering. And he just looked up at me with those Chihuahua eyes, like, help me. So I had to take my little guy to get put down. I knew it was coming. I didn't think it would be this year, but it was today. And I hadn't finished. I had quite a few listings to finish, and I came back and got in the 24-hour room with our sea chatters and finished it, because I had been talking to myself all day about the importance of keeping a commitment. And I thought, all right, well, I can cry and list, or I can just cry and mope. And probably I think I made the right choice, because at least I feel good that I accomplished what I said I was going to do. I kept that commitment to myself. And if I hadn't been thinking about that concept of what commitment does and means means internally, I definitely would not have gotten back from such a horrible experience, such a sad experience, and finished up what I needed to do this evening. But it was a good distraction. And yeah, so that's that. That's the day in the life of a full-time reseller. My little mascot is gone. It's going to be weird, not hearing him or not having to pick him up in the middle of a recording. You guys will probably appreciate the improvement in audio, but all right. I hope everybody has a great night. I will see you on day 190 of Reseller Reflections. Night, night.